$25 per month.
Okay, guys, I'm live streaming now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm live streaming now, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's snoring. What? Oh yeah, I remember it.
This one. It's tiny.
We're right back, okay.
Our research team at Villanova University, this person
What?
is key to new tests for breast cancer. I started this work my second year at Villanova with a world-class researcher who is now my mentor and colleague. I stepped on campus an aspiring oncologist. Now I'll start med school with a real understanding of the science.
What the heck? It's not letting me log in. Oh wait.
You might change. Go Nova.
Yeah, I did it actually. Like, wait. Okay. Plays MSP.
How do you want to live? As a decent person, good husband. Is that it? Good.
That's what I get. Okay, I was talking to my brother.
Top of your game.
Okay, let me just see if it's this.
We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade. Step up to GMC with over 11,000 total value on a specially equipped 2018 Sierra.
Who was it?
We professional grade GMC.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I've been waiting for you. I'm trying to log into my main got hacked. My main got hacked.
Give you something if you add me.
Okay.
I'll give you rare.
Okay, Queen Layla 1. Wait, hacker.
I'll give you.
Yeah.
If you add me.
Okay, well. Wait, I need to make a new account because you already know. It got hacked. My US account. My US account got hacked. I'm here still. Are you here? Question mark.
24 points and a career high 19 rebounds. Fourth quarter down to 30.
Do you know girls could actually play?
120-116 for the first time in 15 years. Or 8 games over 500 this late in the season. We're right back.
Guess what I'm gonna.
It's a star-studded event honoring all levels of football. Honorees include Carson Wentz and Doug Peterson. Co-MC Jeff Kaversky for the
Wait.
Annual Awards. Sunday at 1. Sponsored by your local Delaware Valley Audi dealers.
Which one is blonde hair?
The leather reclining console love seat with cup holders. Both come with 2 power recliners, 2 power headrests,
this is
2
blonde.
ports, and both are only $9.99 each. Bob's Discount Furniture.
You're cutting out so much.
Sorry.
Waiting for spring?
It's not even me. You're cutting out too.
Be ready for all the season has to offer with a great deal on a new Toyota.
You're cutting out.
Please.
You're cutting out. Wait.
60 months on the adventurous RAV4.
Leave the call and then let's go back in, okay?
Let's go places. Every day at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, we make breakthroughs at more than 50 locations. From life-saving treatments to well visits. Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Wherever you ask. Kind of experienced tankers and feel the savings.
Here we go.
Okay. I'm not gonna show my screen.
Okay.
Look at my slime. Isn't this nice? Yeah. Slime. Do you wanna add someone to the call?
Sure.
Okay, you pick. I don't have no one to add.
Okay, let's start. I gotta see if my friend will join. Oh, your hair is so cute.
Thank you. My mom made it, but my hair is fluffy. Thank you. I sound cute. And I actually made this slime. Do you want it? I wish you were here.
Yeah. I'm gonna invite some people, like almost all my friends that I'm really used to talking to.
I think I know Red Rose Queen.
That's not her name.
It's Rose or something. Oh,
Coach Jay Wright says, blame him. We're not pointing the finger.
hello.
Of their Sweet 16 bid. The Cats held a closed practice at PPG Arena to prepare for the night seeded. This one being billed as a battle in the country. Brunson against College Sheriff.
I'm here. I know Bew. She says what she does. Is there anyone online?
No.
Oh God.
There's only Bew. She's playing it cool.
I miss you. Oh, you do? I remember. Well, I know me. I don't even know her actually. But I'm gonna change this girl because I love blonde.
So that kind of affects your suit game. We're very limited when you gotta wear a crimson blazer.
All right, hoping to leave Johnson feeling blue. Tip off 12:10 p.m. At PPG Paints Arena, Jamie Cody, Channel 6 Action News.
Out of the Villanova women going to overtime.
Okay.
Jenna Tucker hits two huge back-to-back threes. Villanova wins 81-74. It's their first tournament win in 14 years.
Okay, I'll friend you. Wait, my name is gonna be Red Rose Queen. LOL.
In time, a nonprofit in Northeast Philadelphia wants to give folks of all abilities a chance to enjoy the art of pottery making. Spin Community and Fitness hosted this soup fundraiser tonight to raise money for a wheelchair-accessible pottery wheel. Guests purchased handmade bowls and filled them with unlimited servings of hot soup. Looks delicious. All right, Jimmy Kimmel Live is next on Channel 6, followed by Nightline. Jimmy's guests tonight are American Idol's Lionel Richie, actress Yara Shahidi, and
My name is Cecily, by the way. Huh?
Now for Cecily, for Jesus Rogers, Jim Gordon, for Jessica Risky, the entire action news team on Monica Melvas.
My name is Cecily on the news. Okay, let me just wait. I'm here.
Action News brought to you by your Philadelphia Cadillac dealer, offering the 2018
Look what I did.
Tonight we are going to party Karangu Fiesta forever. Because Lionel Richie is with us, and guess what? He's sending all of us to Hollywood, which is just on the street outside. Lionel Richie, of course, is a judge on the new American Idol, which premiered last night here on ABC. I have to say, I missed American Idol during the 2 months it was gone. It is funny, American Idol went off the air in April of 2016. Feels like it was 11 years ago. That's what this presidency has done to our content. The show is different this time around, though. They did away with the intentionally bad auditions. Remember they used to bring in the crazy singers? Well, the executive producer...
Cecily, look what she done to her baby cats. Hold on, wait.
Which makes sense. Plus, we already are doing that on The Bachelor, so it's like...
What is she doing?
And Tiger Woods is back. I was watching golf this weekend. And I took some time to reflect on his all-you-can-eat hooker fest. And it seems like it was 1985. Seems like the Cosby Show was on when that was happening. No one else is back. March Madness. The NCAA brackets came out yesterday. And the number one teams Villanova, Kansas City, and Virginia, which means we have a whole family thing that goes on. There's no work to get done at this office for 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks, I will be entirely...
Oh, sorry. Freeing. No. Yes, your hair's in the way.
Speaking of madness, I don't know if you saw
Joey!
The president went
Mom!
at a rally in Pittsburgh Saturday night. He was supposed to be promoting a Republican candidate for Congress.
Joey made me drop my laptop.
He spent most of the time talking about himself. Trump ranted more than
over the course of
your
fault. No, it's not. It's your fault. Your fault. Stop!
The Olympics would have been
Mom, he was kicking me on my back and then... What? My brother. Here, get it. My brother was bothering me. Ow!
I want to meet the press. A show now headed by Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd. He's a sleepy son of a bitch. He's a sleepy son of a bitch. And what is your friend Ben Carson, Methuselah? The next morning, Chuck Todd, this is kind of great. So Trump calls Chuck Todd a sleepy son of a bitch, or whatever he said. Next morning, not only does Chuck Todd have to get up early to meet the press, he has to get up even earlier because it's daylight saving time. So,
I'm here. I'm back. I'm back.
If he thought the president's language was appropriate for an all-ages audience.
Found it.
To say when he's using this vulgarity to kids.
I found it.
Again, I think you should be
Your headphones.
I'm not talking about the context of a campaign rally.
I'm not talking about
there were a lot of funny moments on that rally. They were hilarious.
Oh, wait, they're supposed to be attached. Oh, wait. It's supposed to go in your blanket, like or something.
No, it's not my blanket.
No, I'm okay, I need to find some presents.
Which is really the only way you can vote for Donald Trump. He even revealed his campaign slogan for real. His slogan for 2020 is "Keep America Great."
What?
With an exclamation point. And if history has shown us anything, it's that nothing propels a campaign to success quite like an exclamation point. Keep America Great. At this point, it seems like the entirety of his governing philosophy comes down to, will it fit on a hat that I can sell to people? But it was so all over the place and rapid fire this weekend, we had no choice but to slow him down for Saturday night in Pittsburgh edition of...
Who do you got know? Huh? Hello? Look,
Very President. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight.
LOL.
This morning, that said the White House was alarmed watching Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos on 60 Minutes last night. Did you see this? Leslie Stahl asked her about her work as the head of the American Federation for Children in her own state of Michigan, where public schools are not
look, isn't this beautiful?
Particularly poorly. And perhaps ironically, for the Secretary of Education, it seemed she hadn't done her homework.
Actually, Joey, it's right here. No, leave me alone. I'm talking to my brother. Leave me alone. Hate my brother. Hate him. My family always fight. That's why my life is hard. I'm crying. I don't like it. Because I always have to deal with this brat.
I hope you know daylight savings time. Daylight savings was enacted in 1918.
We have to deal with.
Thought it would be funny if everyone's clocks were wrong for half a year.
I always have to deal with crying, whining.
Our phones and then with like the computers, the time changes automatically.
Oh, guess what? What happened to your phone?
What?
The clock and the microwave and
It doesn't even matter, Joey, because it could like just get back in. Joey, and you stress me out, Joey. So leave me alone, please. Okay,
So I asked Nikki to set the clock in a car.
There.
On a rider's car, on her own.
Look.
Before you watch this, I want to assure you this is 100%.
Can you see my screen?
We didn't help Mickey. We didn't coach Mickey. We have not altered. We shortened it a little bit. That's it. With that said, this is my cousin Mickey springing forward as he attempts to set the clock in a 2009 Nissan Versa.
Ew. He made me want. You made me hit you. It was my brother. He hit me back. What? Did you know that I was in your ear, Joey?
No.
Joey, don't do that. We lost it again, Joey. Oh well. Wait.
Hey, no, that's the radio.
Right. Wait, it's right.
Yeah, it's right here.
Joey, let me put it back on. I'm still here, okay?
54 now. So I guess you analyze the dashboard first of all, get to know the vehicle.
Joey, don't turn that off. I like it. I'm just kidding.
This car might not
Joey, don't make it fall. No, yeah. I'll be back.
There might not be a way to do it. It might just have to happen naturally.
Hello, Joey.
You fixed it?
I'm coming. Yeah.
You fixed it? Yeah.
I don't understand the reason for daylight savings, to be honest. It might be something that God created and someday we can ask Him why it exists.
Hey, you said you wanted on.
Well, yeah, I do. Really, the only time that really matters is time with loved ones.
I think they'll let you when you're confused, just give up, really.
I am back. Hello? It's me. I've been wondering. Hello?
Brought to you by AT&T.
Hello, I can't. I was kind of crying because Joey stressed. I don't know.
Switch now and get a $200 reward card. More for USA. That's our call 1-800-DIRECTV.
LOL.
Introducing our new tier candy dress.
Hold on. Turn mommy's off the desk.
Huh? Hello? 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 Okay, so you were like skipping out. And you wanna play with? I'm gonna friend you.
Created entirely by nature, just the best order known to man, because he had nothing to do with it. Bottled at the source, untouched by man. It's Earth's.
I'm gonna friend you now.
They say summer bodies are made in winter. Goodbye, colds. Hello, allergies.
I'm gonna friend you. I friended you. You're level 18. Wow.
It's not enough to think I'm ready. I need to know I'm ready, no matter what lies ahead.
My dad, well, my stepdad. So you cannot have any more friends.
Dish issues, throw it all in.
But just you can actually.
Cascade. I'm a big news maker. Watch me go. I'm a big rule breaker. Let it go. I'll see you at the top, and I'm never gonna stop. Yeah, I'm one of a kind. Gonna walk my own line.
Huh?
To anyone who's ever heard you're too edgy,
Hello?
too different, too country.
Anyone who's ever been told you're too young, not good enough, not cool enough.
To anyone who's ever looked around and realized that they don't blend in, they stand out.
To anyone who's ever wondered where they belong.
The answer is right here.
You're American Idol, the journey continues. Sunday and Monday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
I love this. Living Up Together, a new comedy premieres Tuesday, March 27th on ABC.
Love to sleep? Then you'll love the most comfortable mattress on earth. Talk to a That's more than any mattress store in town. And they guarantee those prices. After all, you have to sleep on your mattress for a long time. You better choose it now. The choice is simple.
It starts working hard in hour 1 and works twice as hard
Hello?
again the next day. Stick with CecePlayzGamez. Here's a quick look at the top stories currently trending on Action News and CecePlayzGamez.com. Brought to you by
I'm still here. Are you? Hello?
Korea today. These 28 month for only $129 a month.
I heard you got a new girlfriend. And it's hurting me.
Have you seen the video or heard about the smoking orangutan? All right, if you haven't, you're about to.
What's up? I friended you.
So you see, the guy throws a cigarette into the enclosure. The orangutan.
Let me show you my account.
And immediately takes a puff.
I friended you.
Smokes it like a holds it or something. So anyway, if you're wondering what happened to Steve Bannon, give me a little monkey smoking Guillermo. We went to a party together on Saturday night, and oh my goodness, I saw you leaving the party. Well, I had a great time.
My thing's not to charge.
I
don't have
Did you get into the Uber or the Lyft or whatever it was you called?
Yeah, the Uber. Yeah, I
That one.
and I fell asleep.
You did.
We're here, sir. We're here.
Well, congratulations.
I'm afraid not gonna wake up. And I put the top on.
Born in Brooklyn, and
I might be
or whatever, there is a rivalry between New York and LA, and that sense of rivalry starts at a very young age. So kids who've never been in either city seem to be.
I'm logging into my US account.
Is the best. So we decided to have some fun with that. We asked kids in
I'm logging into my US account.
Kids in New York or kids in LA.
I'm gonna lay down. Just wait.
These are very
Okay, I'm here. Look, isn't it ugly? LOL.
Kids in LA. How come? Because they know a lot about shopping. Why are kids
It's
smarter than you?
okay. It's 11:53 p.m. from me. Where do you what state do you live?
No, I don't like pulling, so it's like.
Ew, Holly.
Can you translate that?
He said his teacher put all the numbers down and then the counter.
I'm here still.
What's the smartest thing you know?
I know. I thought I was really smart when I kept telling people that tomato was a food, but I feel like everybody knows that now. So yeah.
Yeah, totally. What's the smartest thing you guys know?
Houses, tables, people, even my mom and my brother and my dad.
What do you know about tables?
Tables are rectangles, and they have legs.
What is the smartest thing you know?
My sister's
Are you able to pee?
No,
Tell the truth. Have you ever peed in a swimming pool?
no,
Never.
never,
Not even once.
no,
What about the ocean?
no,
The river?
no,
Never.
never,
In the bath?
no,
The shower?
maybe.
Hello?
Yeah, you already said that one.
Trees.
Yes. Trees.
Trees.
Can you name the planets?
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars and Uranus. Not the planet. No, the planet has a book.
Ha. Hello. Look, I'm doing, I don't really want to share my screen because it's going to be legal. Okay, what should... Oops, I didn't... Oh, God.
It's been the #1 doctor recommended brand for 10 straight years, and it's still recommended today. It's okay that everybody ignores me.
I just...
I get a safe drive on bonus check every 6 months on accident free. And I'll share it with
nothing.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
It's not just a coaster.
I'm here still.
The bourbon has been making history since 1795 and invites you to make some of your own.
My wedding song was Endless Love.
Oh, your wedding song was Endless
I think that was an album also.
Well, it was a soundtrack, yeah. I think it turns out I'm the biggest Lionel Richie fan.
Deception, all new, Sunday 10/9 Central.
I'm here
Sorry, I can't make it.
still.
Again, but it's fine.
I'm playing with a little bit of slime.
You okay?
Excellent. It's fine. Hey, hi. Aren't you hot?
Okay.
Eczema again? It's fine. I saw something the other day. Eczema exposed. Your eczema could be something called atopic dermatitis, which can be caused by inflammation under your skin. Maybe you should ask your doctor. Go to eczemaexposed.com to learn more.
Okay, can you friend me? Can you friend me?
No.
I'll tell you the username. Let me tell you my username.
$25 on the house.
Wait, what? Okay. That's my username. Red Rose Queen. I friended you.
As our research team at Villanova University, this protein may hold the key to new tests for breast cancer. I started this work my second year at Villanova with a world-class researcher who's now my mentor and colleague. I stepped on campus and aspired in projects. Now, I'll start med school with a real understanding of the science behind the practice of medicine and Villanova's Augustinian values to guide.
Hello?
And might change Villanova.
What?
I switched to Geico and got more.
More savings on car insurance.
Uh-huh. And an award-winning mobile app.
Well, there's more.
Oh, there's more. Mobile ID cards, emergency roadside service.
More technology.
I can even enter your driver.
Right from her phone.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Okay, I'm here. I'm still here.
Any object, any surface.
Just wait.
non-sniffer. Action News at 11, the most watched news in Philadelphia.
I'm here.
In May of 2007, rescued 4 tigers from a marine facility in Florida called Savage Kingdom. Savage Kingdom had a long history of cat escapes and attacks that resulted in injuries and deaths for both humans and cats. This was documented in an episode of Animal Planet's fatal attractions featuring the cat rescue.
Andy
The
Samberg will be
facility was
here.
finally
Alina Waite
closed by
will
the
join us. We'll
USDA
music
in
from Buddy
2006.
Hello?
and later this week, Will Forte, Zach Kraft, Vanessa Bayer, and
Bonded
music
female
from
tiger
Buddy.
that was
So
14
please
years
join
old
us
at
for
the
all of
time
that. Our first
and
guest
had
tonight
been rescued that day.
really has
Facilities like
all the
Savage Kingdom
accolades
breed their
on
tigers
there could possibly
continuously
have
so they
Grammys,
can
an
sell
Oscar,
cubs
a
to be
Golden
used for
Globe. He
petting
even had a
sessions
sculpture
and as
that was
photo
handmade
models.
by a blind woman. It's
In the wild,
very
tigers
impressive.
give
His
birth
new
to
job
cubs
is
every
as
2 to
judge
3
on the
years.
New American
Boy.
Idol
Backyard
watching
breeding
Sunday and
facilities like
Monday
Savage
nights on
Kingdom.
ABC. Please
The
welcome
tigers are bred
Lionel
2 to 3
Richie.
times per year, so they have a constant supply of new cubs to sell and exploit. This, of course, takes a physical and emotional toll on the mother tigers like Monica. Monica settled in well to life in the sanctuary. The other tigers we rescued from Savage Kingdom were TJ, Bella, and Monica's sister Trisha. Chuck. And she lives in the outback section of the Big Cat Rescue next to Flavio.
You
Three
saw
tigers
Carter.
were rescued
I
from
get it. I was
Texas.
kind of thank you for asking me to host your special ceremony where you put your hands and your feet in cement over at the Chinese theater across the way. That's a rarity for you. It's a rarity for anybody, but for a musician. I remember doing the ceremony. I looked at the Jimmy and I said, okay, tell me does this look weird? Okay, I said, there's a row of seats over there. There's a row of seats over here. And there's like a body in the middle. And you said, no, that's the flag. Yeah, that's the flag. And I said to you, I'm glad I'm on top of the flag. And you did say to me, you said, I feel like that's my old funeral. It was the damnedest thing. Okay, because it's weird. Everyone's like, and Lionel did this. And Lionel was this guy. And I was like, this is not working. It was disturbed. It was like Times Square in a way. Walking it all. That's fantastic. The thrill of knowing my first time ever in Hollywood. That was my first destination. Real, oh, you went right to the stayed at the Commodore, stayed at the Holiday Inn. That used to be the Holiday Inn part of it. Well, and I went right downstairs and put my foot right in front of my room. And now you can go check out my house.
Hello?
No. Oh, no. Just in case they didn't know Lionel Richie. Back up the back.
You still hello?
60 years, you're be like, oh yes, hello. It's always that one guy. Yeah. Oh, not there. None of those people were around there. That's even worse. Your whole family was there. Your daughter, Sophie, was late to the ceremony. She came like right at the end. She was testing me. Ah, I see. Remember, kids will try to test the last nerve of your body. You know, the ceremony started. The ceremony is starting. She gets there just as they're about to announce me. She shows up. Yeah, I noticed that. And I was thinking when she showed up, like, it doesn't matter who you are, what you've done.
I'm here.
Your kids, you're just still their dumb dad. You know?
You're like bugging out or something.
It's so true. And my job for them now, I switched the tables. My job is to embarrass them as much as I can. Good. You should. Anything you'd like to share? Any embarrassing anecdotes? No, not right now. I seem to be embarrassing them more. I see. Good. What's happening now is I get dressed. I think I'm looking really great when I go out of the house. And it just takes them going, you're not going out there looking like that. Oh, really? So they don't my whole section back. You also had it at the Kennedy Center, which is another great, like, lifetime achievement.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Unbelievably great version of Easy. Unbelievable. Is that fun for you watching a guy like Stevie Wonder? There are no guys like Stevie Wonder. There's only Stevie Wonder.
Look, let me, can I share my screen or no?
I got in the business because wanted to be rock. I mean, when I say that, he's the songwriter songwriter. And all of a sudden to have Stevie singing my song. And, you know, it was just surreal. Have you written a song with him ever? We've been trying to write this song for the last 32 years. No, I really don't. Stevie. Stevie keeps saying over and over, let's get together. Let's get together. Right. And I won't see him until the next ceremony. That should be the name of the song. Let's get together. See, I've always thought you're a valuable asset. We could use the trio there.
What I do is also
Speaking of trio, Kenny
wrestling,
Rogers.
trapping
You know I
alligators.
love Kenny Rogers. Oh, yeah.
Risks.
Do you now? How close friends are the two? Very, very close. So you vacation together? We have vacation together. That's what I'd like to come on. Just
So I was actually on a date last week.
tell me about what your vacations are like.
About an alligator, so
Want to come
obviously I
on?
have to
Really, Rogers. So
but
let me
it
tell
was
you.
a blessing
I've
in
been on a
disguise
vacation
because the guy
with
didn't
Kenny
want to come with me,
once.
so there will not
So
be
let me
a
tell you what happened. Okay, yeah. He says, let's go to the Bahamas.
My name is Gabby,
Okay,
I'm
I just
22 years
finished
old.
in
I'm
this
a
role.
volunteer at Everyone's Quality
Oh,
Park.
this is a
I
long
also
time.
catch alligators for
That's
Gator
how
Boys
he said
Alligator
you don't
Rescue.
want to go. One time I was
We've been doing this
wow.
for 4 months. I
We
have
go
been very
on
fortunate.
the ship. He
I
said
have
the
not had
water
any
is as
mishaps. So
smooth
little
as
bit of my
glass.
fingers, and I plan on keeping all
We're
of them.
falling into
Hey, piggyback ride.
swells.
Since I was like 15, I've always
The
loved
first thing the guy
reptiles.
said was,
Obviously, we don't have
there's a
alligators in New York,
storm
so when I
coming.
moved here, I just
All the
fell in love
ships
with
are
them.
coming
When I
in.
first told my parents that I was
Kenny,
wrestling alligators, they
Cannonball.
weren't too
Really?
excited, but
We are
they
going
support
out
me in
to
everything I
sea.
do.
My name's Paul Bedard. I'm the
What happens?
basically
The
owner of
Coast
Gator
Guard
Boys Alligator
shows up.
Rescue.
For real?
The big
Why?
difference with Gabby is
Because
just
the
her
only
passion.
damn fools in the
And
whole
you can see that
world
from the
are drug dealers trying to go out across. Oh, they're coming through the thing. And of course, they board the boat. They got the guns. First thing they say is, cut your engines off. Cut your engines off.
Hello?
In water means the boat is now doing this.
Hi, Swampy.
So the guy comes on board and
This
goes,
is the love of my life. This is
there,
Swamp.
Kenny Rogers.
Hello?
And then he turns around and says,
Listen, you want to sleep in a little bit. Okay.
Would you do me a favor? Would you save me and take me with you? Just come get me off of this boat. All right. No vacation for Kenny. None. What's wrong with Kenny? Once, and you told me something that I've been thinking about a lot. You said that you didn't want to leave the Commodores. Is that true? I had no intent. I just always assumed that you were like, okay, I'm Lionel Richie now. I'm ready to go and go on my own. Listen, you know what solo means?
Really
Yeah, solo means you get another band. I already had a band. Right. The problem that happened with the Commodores was it was so difficult from a press point of view. In other words, everyone would write. It was very painful. I've been through this with the guys. When one guy gets a hit record and no one else gets the hit record, right? I know what that feels like. And the press kept saying terrible things like, what's a guy like Lionel Richie doing in a band like the Commodores? This is the press now. Or finally, Lionel Richie comes on stage and he sings his love song. Try to go back to a rehearsal after that. Then they took it hard. And it's very difficult. So we didn't really think of it as being this long. It's just going to be a break for a minute to kind of get everybody's attitude down a little bit. It's just that right after that, All Night Long happened. Endless Love. Did they call you and say, hey, you know what, we changed our mind? No, that never happened. That never happened? That never happened. Is it too late now? No, it's a little late. It's too late. When you come back, we're going to meet Lionel Richie's new friends on American Idol. Lionel Richie is here.
Wow, that is horrible.
Putting it together. Peace by piece. Only way to make a work provide. First of all, you need a good condition. Otherwise, it's risky from the start. Take a little cocktail conversation. But the proper preparation. No solution. Depends on execution. The art of making no art is putting it together.
After show, where is one of my shows that I'm gonna watch in the
Baxter in my slippers. I'm going on a Target run. Need anything?
Toilet paper, cereal, maybe some chew toys.
Got it.
Get low prices today and every day. Target Run and done.
You have a vision. It's behind everything you do. Even when you least expect it, it comes through. You know what you want, and we can help make it real. You need choices? We've got all kinds, including special finishes and papers. And they're all absolutely guaranteed. Because you have a vision, and we have your cars. 500 start at just $9.99 when you enter DC500 at Instacart.com.
When Daddy Pig wears his glasses, everything looks fine.
Time for white strips. Chris Flamer's white strips are the only accepted whitening strips proven to be safe and effective, and they whiten 25 times better than a leading whitening toothpaste.
Everything looks a bit soft, fuzzy.
Every day is really brings
So it is very important that Daddy Pig knows where his glasses are.
Tanya, that's not helping us sell adorable dog pets.
Fine, cut to the adorable dog.
So really, something special every day.
Sometimes Daddy Pig loses his glasses.
Just watching the game?
Hey, taking a shower.
Have you seen Daddy Pig's glasses? You can't find it anywhere.
Pepper and George don't know when.
I promise. I promise to never compromise.
You can never make me. I promise to never
Get an LG P30 and Sprint for only $20 a month for a limited time.
Hello, Ella. Help is on the way with Herbal Essences Fire Renew, made with active antioxidants that work from the inside out to help animate life repair. With Herbal Essences Fire Renew.
What if a university could lock its tuition? From your first dream to your first dollar, from between shifts and after hours, from the struggle to the reckoning, the moment you sit in that auditorium and realize that your whole life is about to change. What if a university could guarantee fixed, affordable tuition from your first class to your last?
Got my license! I'm going on my first Target run. Need anything? I'll take a Target. Okay, Nana. Get low prices today and everywhere. Target
These doctors can save them.
PlayStation, best place to play.
Firefighters have to rescue them.
Put your game face on. We're Seattle firefighters.
Station 19, coming Thursday night, 8 Central to TGIT.
Off season. Darn right, it's your off season. You're on a Virginia Beach adventure right after brunch. Okay, now this is a great place to start. Here in Virginia Beach, we know how much you deserve an off season, so we're giving you all the off season you can handle. Get your off season on at visitvirginiabeach.com.
If you told me a year ago where I'd be right now, I would have said you were crazy. But so began the year of me. I discovered the true meaning of paperless discounts and the indescribable rush of saving drivers an average of $620. I fell in love 3 times. Once with a woman, once with a country, and finally, with myself.
So do you have anything to declare on that?
Isn't that what I'm doing?
Sunday and Monday nights here on ABC. It was a big hit last night.
It was a big hit last night. I loved it.
We're all very excited, actually. I mean, we really wanted a big hit, and now we have a big hit, so this is great.
Well, the
part that made me so happy was I heard my kids.
Okay, I'm back.
They're screaming. They were interacting with, oh my God, you didn't get rid of
I'm
that.
back.
Yes, I mean, that's what you want.
You know you got something.
You got it because it takes everything to get them interested in something.
So let's look at a clip from last night because I have some questions about this. I want to go through. So Katy Perry got it down there and danced with a contestant. This is good.
Oh yeah.
So now there's a little bit of a wardrobe situation there. And
You dead snore.
I'm guessing he never worked in an ambulance because Lionel never actually.
This is me.
Really, in fact, it looks here like you're about to pick her up, and I'll let Luke Bryan pick her up right there.
Yeah.
Well, were you worried that it might look untoward?
Yes. All I kept hearing people say was, "Grab her from behind."
I see. Yeah.
I really.
Maybe that could be your song with Stevie Wonder.
That won't work. And so I was trying to navigate how to approach it in a gentlemanly way, and at the same time maintain her dignity.
Well, if you ever see me choking in a restaurant, ask somebody else. Katy Perry told us that she was actively messing with you, like they like to pull little pranks on you and that sort of thing.
Listen, first of all, I'm having so much fun. And they are absolutely insane, two insane people. But I must tell you, they play jokes with me. For example, they put a whoopee cushion, excuse me, let me just say it right, a fart cushion.
Yeah.
Underneath my seat.
Yeah.
And I've just finished one of the most dignified, most eloquent statements ever.
That's the only place to do it, really.
And right in the middle of it, you sit and you go, and that's how I feel. Well, of course, David was hilarious. And I'm thinking to myself, what have I got myself?
Well, the classics really never get old.
You understand me?
Yeah.
The only thing they haven't done yet is hit me with the what do you call it?
Pie?
Oh, please don't encourage it.
Well, don't encourage. You mentioned something about an alpaca last night. You were chased by an alpaca at a friend's place. Was that friend Michael Jackson?
No.
Oh, it was not.
That was not. Actually, it was Barry Gordy's house.
You have a lot of friends that have alpacas?
Back in the day, I didn't know what alpaca was.
Yeah.
I'm from Alabama. So the thing we have in thank you very much. The thing we have in our backyard are dogs, cats, cows, and pigs. You know what I mean? Not at my house, but just regular animals. I go in the back of Barry's house, and I'm looking over the entire beautiful landscape. All of a sudden, this thing goes. And I'm thinking, and I turn around and I'm screaming like the last desperate man on the moon. I've never seen an animal like this. It's a neck, it's a head, it's a long legs. It looked like a horse. I didn't know what the hell it was. And I just ran.
And mommy sleeping that was I'm running to go to sleep. And we didn't go to
That seems reasonable to me. One more thing. Because I could go on forever, but tell me about this picture. You got the Commodores here, and you got Bob Marley. What was going on?
You know, it's funny about you.
Yeah.
Jimmy knows more about my career than I can remember.
I do.
So it's funny you pull these things up. This is Madison Square Gardens. Bob was trying to get this now, break reggae into America. And it wasn't catching fire. So he was the opening act. He was the opening act for the Commodores at Madison Square Garden. Wow! For 2 nights in a row. The irony of that picture is that was his last live performance before he died.
Wow, that's not ironic at all. It's just sad, really.
Yeah, wow! But what a talent! What a talent!
Did you guys smoke?
I don't remember.
Like that red stuff on your nose. That red stuff on your nose on the side.
It is the
It has some.
You are many different things in one amazing package. And TJ Maxx gives you the freedom to express every one. With our unique mix of must-have brands at must-buy prices, You could be active or totally relaxed. You can shop online or take it home today. You'll always save on something for every you. Max you, Max Life. TJ Maxx.
Buy a Galaxy S9, get one free of prize.
What does life look like during your period? It's up to you. With Tampax Pearl, you get ultimate protection on your heaviest days and smooth removal for your lightest. Tampax Pearl and Pearl Active for up to 100% week-free workouts. So after comparing the ingredients of a lot of puppy foods, I chose Blue Buffalo. It was simple. Blue's made with high-quality ingredients, so Arnie grows up strong. After all, he's family, so I'm going to feed him like family. With Blue.
Cut! Yeah, that was the one, right? Hey, John, did you eat half of my bagel? Speaking of half, if you switch to H&R Block this year, you'll pay half what you paid the other guy last year.
So you did. Switch to H&R Block and pay half of what you paid your other guy.
H&R Block.
I was just looking at getting an amazing iPhone 8. They have an all-glass design, advanced cameras, A11 Bionic chip.
I'm going to.
Yeah, now you're going to give your second phone to your new friend. Wow! Oh.
Now get one iPhone 8 and get a second one on us.
When you filter out the bad, you're left with the good. In life and in water. Choose the cleaner, better tasting world of Britain. Choose the filtered life.
Overwhelming air fresheners can send you running. So try Febreze 1 to gently clean away odors with no aerosols and no heavy perfumes, so you can spray and stay. Febreze 1.
Sunday's #1 news show deception is Amazing. I'm Cameron Black. The FBI's new secret weapon has everyone raving. There's nothing like really good magic. Deception, new Sunday on ABC.
Zach Braff is back on the new comedy Alex Safe. Premieres Wednesday, March 28th on ABC.
$1 million of leather in motion is the most we've ever done. Forced to dump $30 million this one Friday is sheer madness. On last $4,000 power reclining leather is $14.99. How about $9.99? $1,200, same. $4.99, madness. $2,500 leather, $6.99. $900 leather and power recliners, $2.99. Crazy is $30 million in 3 days. Madness is 70% off.
Since the last time she was here, our next guest got accepted into Harvard, and she got her own spin-off show from Blackish. It's called Grownish. You can watch it Wednesdays at 8 on Freeform. Please welcome Yara Shahidi. You got out here very quickly. Yeah. Very fast. Did people call you Speedy Shahidi ever?
No, that was always my brother's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that? Congratulations on getting into Harvard.
Thank you.
I mean, we talk about show business things like they're a big deal, but really that's a bigger deal, isn't it?
I mean, I wanted to be a history professor for longer than I've wanted to be an actor, and so I used to have like a Harvard webpage up, and I'd go through the course catalog. So needless to say, this is something I've been planning for a long time.
Will that be your major, history?
I'm actually going to do a social studies major, so it's a combination of history and economics and anthropology, and then I'm taking African American studies as well.
Wow.
I still want to teach, but I also describe what I want to do as being like policy adjacent, and so I don't know. Yeah, so I guess I want to be next to Capitol Hill.
I'm just trying to imagine myself trying to have a conversation with you when I was 18, and I don't see it happening at all. Do you play wiffle ball? Policy adjacent. Wow. So, and congratulations on the show. So will you, now the show, will you be going, you can't go to college and do the show at the same time, can you?
Well, we're figuring that out right
Who
now.
is? Who's figuring this out?
As in me and my lovely team and
your team.
Kenya Bears. Yeah, I mean, they're super supportive of my education, and I think they made some phenomenal steps onto Blackish. College and I've always been really there and supportive, and so I made a commitment to the university and a commitment to a show, and I plan on keeping it.
Because the show is about, you go off, you leave that, you go off to college, your show is about your time in college.
Yeah, it's like
but you're not really in
college prep course that you get paid for. It's really
Can you
great.
get credits? Is that
I don't know if Zoe does anything that Yara could get credits for. I know like what happens in the past couple. I have one class taught by a professor at midnight for advertisement.
I see.
In which case
you
I would
can't get
definitely
credit for that. No, you won't get, forget the credit. You're not going to get it there. You're going to have to go to college, really, to graduate.
Well, fortunately, I hope I'm like prepared enough to be like, this happened in episode 3. I know how to handle this.
That's usually how it works. So, I do want to ask you about Lionel Richie, because you're 18 years old, and I wonder, do you know who Lionel Richie is?
Yes, I come from a very musically oriented family.
Your dad, and I didn't know this, you've been here a couple times, your dad was Prince's personal photographer. That's amazing. So you would travel around with Prince.
Yeah, and I got to, fortunately, I also got to tag along with my family, so.
And you would go to the concerts as a kid?
Yeah, I mean, when I was 4, we went to London for one of the shows. We actually just found a photo of me at 12 at the Forum, on stage, actually, dancing with the twins.
Oh.
And so, yeah, we had a lot of fun adventures starting from when I was in Minnesota to LA and Prince had always been really supportive of everything my family has done.
Wow. Did you think of him as like an Uncle Prince or something?
I mean, quite honestly, I don't even know how I even normalized that relationship in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, my father just goes to work for Prince, and they just travel all
Every kid, I think every job, whatever your parents do, seems normal.
Yeah, and I mean, my cousin's a musician, and so I think there's a lot at a young age that was just extremely normalized to me, and so it wasn't until I got older in which I realized just how unique my childhood was.
Yeah.
And I mean, I went to Paisley Park recently, and there was still a signed headshot, and it says to Mr. Prince, Heart Yara.
From you?
Yes, from
How old are you in the picture?
I was 7.
7 years old? He
Yeah.
kept that.
Yeah.
Well, it's hanging somewhere?
It was in his desk it's on a frame.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So you really did have a close relationship. Was he excited when you wound up on television doing movies and stuff?
When I my first movie, I was 7 when I shot it, and it came out like 2 years later, and he actually rented out theaters for people he knew to go see it.
Wow. Which movie was that?
It's called Imagine That. I played Eddie Murphy's daughter.
Oh, right, with Eddie Murphy, and you were the little kid in that, imagining things.
It sounds like you've seen it.
I have knowledge of it somewhere in my, yes. But so, and Eddie Murphy, was he somebody, you didn't know who Eddie Murphy was, did you?
Well, but the TV stayed off. Like Monday through Friday, I watched for an hour on Saturdays, and it was like a cartoon about kids traveling through history. So needless to say, I did not know any actors when I walked into like the audition spaces, and so all I knew was like he was the voice of Donkey in Shrek. And I also knew he looked like my uncle. That's what my mother told me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's something else. Wow. What a life you've had already. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's been pretty special.
Yeah, you don't need to go to college. It's a waste of your time. Well, congratulations on the new show. The show is called Grownish. You can watch it Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock on Freeform. Yara Shahidi, everybody.
The Jimmy Kimmel Live concert series is presented by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
He's a fearless Olympian who openly lives life by his rules. And next on Nightline, Gus Kenworthy turns fearless interviewer when he sits down with the stars and director of the new movie Love, Simon.
You did wonderfully.
Next, only on ABC's Nightline.
I see other carriers touting their unlimited plans, but not all unlimited is created equal. Sprint Unlimited gives you more. It's the ultimate unlimited plan. Get more of the TV you love with Hulu, more music with the Tidal Hi-Fi trial, more global roaming destinations, plus streaming in full HD and 10 gigabytes of mobile hotspot, all included in the price of your plan.
Switch to Sprint and get 4 lines of the Ultimate Unlimited for $25 per month with the 5th line free. It's the best price for unlimited.
I was wondering if an electric toothbrush really cleans better than a manual, and my hygienist says it does, but they're not all the same. Who knew? I had no idea. So she said, look for one that's shaped like a dental tool with a round brush head.
Go pro with Oral-B. Oral-B's rounded brush heads surround each tooth to gently remove more plaque. And unlike Sonicare, Oral-B is the only electric toothbrush brand accepted by the American Dental Association for its effectiveness and safety.
My mouth feels so clean. I'll only use an Oral-B.
Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
Honey, look what we got!
Going big isn't always best.
Sweetheart, you better get in here. Sweetheart, what's the matter? Where are you? Sit down on the bed.
Unless it's a AAA Plus membership. Get 100 towing miles and free emergency gas delivery. When going big is best. AAA, go ahead.
The Jimmy Kimmel Live concert series is presented by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
Thanks to Lionel Richie, Yara Shahidi. Apologies to Matt Damon. We're right on the time for him. Nightline is next, but first, this is the round that's called Let the Record Play. Here are the song Too High, Moon Taxi.
When you feel the wood around you, spinning out of control, you can find someone around you to bring you out the cold. But you don't ever have to hide what you really need inside. Put them up too high. We can walk together with our hands up in the sky. Put them up tonight. We can come together so we won't give up on the fight. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but we're really looking for it. Hear the voices coming out on the street. Listen to get ready for morning. Listen to get ready for morning. So put 'em up. We can walk together with our hands up in the sky. Tonight, we can come together, we won't give up on the fight.
This is Nightline. Tonight, cabin pressure. A toddler and her father thrown off the Southwest Airlines flight as passengers voice outrage. And a pair of pet incidents dogging United. One dog sent to Japan by mistake. Another forced into the overhead baggage bin and dying mid-flight. Turbulent times in an unfriendly sky. Plus, Lost Silent, the new romantic comedy about coming of age and out of the closet. Nightline special correspondent Team USA's Gus Kenworth, who famously came out of the cover of ESPN magazine, getting personal with the movie's stars. But first, the Nightline 5.
When I received the diagnosis, I knew at that exact moment I'm beating this. My main focus was to find a team of doctors. It's not just picking a surgeon, picking the care team and feeling secure where you are.
Visit cancercenter.com/breast.
Cough doesn't sound so good. Take me some XDM.
I'll text you in 4 hours when your cough returns.
One can last 12 hours, so.
Looks like I'm good all night. Why take 4-hour cough medicine? Just one Mucinex lasts 12 hours. Let's end this.
Number 1 in just 60 seconds.
Welcome to our bedroom nightmare. $60 million of bedroom furniture and mattresses will take a year to sell, even at half off. All here Friday with only 3 days to sell. One nightmare. Handmade mattresses should be half off. Must be another 50% off that. $40 million of famous bedrooms. Here today, 50 off. Gone Friday, 75% off. A 3-day nightmare in bedroom and mattresses. Starts Friday and Sunday at the Dump.
There are 2 types of people in the world. Those who fear the future and those who embrace it. The future is for them afraid. All because of you.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We've all gotten used to cramped flights, delayed takeoffs, and airport security hassles. But this week of airline blunders is taking travel woes to new levels, one even costing the life of a family pet, raising new questions about abuse of authority by flight attendants. Nightline welcomes ABC's Whit Johnson.
The busy spring travel season taking off in a turbulent week for the airlines. United Airlines apologizing.
They told the flight attendant twice.
Southwest Airlines facing questions tonight.
You guys want to go anyway?
This father kicked off a Southwest flight after trying to calm down his daughter, who was reportedly afraid of flying.
We asked you if you could have a minute to calm her down.
We've got an incident on board, possible belligerent passenger. We're going to be returning to Alpha 16, please.
Even though the child had calmed down, they are still asked to leave the plane because she's next. Fellow passengers can be heard defending them to no avail. Finally, the father gives up, and they're escorted off the plane. Leaving Southwest with this. The airline in a statement saying, "We always aim for a welcoming and hospitable experience and regret the inconvenience to all involved," adding that the traveling party was booked on the next flight and that they plan to reach out to the customer about any concerns.
If you have a child or a baby or a pet that is causing some sort of commotion, that in and of itself is never the reason for you to be kicked off of an airplane. But it does cause a situation where flight attendants are having to manage the situation of everyone on board, and sometimes that can escalate to other problems.
And a bumpy week for another airline. Just days ago, a pair of pet-related airborne incidents brought heartache to two families traveling on United.
He's a member of our family who's like my brother to me.
On Monday, a family boarded a flight from Houston to New York. Their French bulldog Coquito traveling in a soft kennel with his family.
They were going to put him under the seat, and then the flight attendants came. She said, "Oh, you have to put him up there because it's going to block the path." And we're like, "It's a dog, it's a dog." And she's like, "It doesn't matter, you still have to put it up there."
Coquito, just a puppy, reportedly barked softly during the first part of the flight, then stopped. When the plane landed at LaGuardia, after 3 hours, the family discovered the grim reality.
My grandma's stomach went away. My wife's liver. No, got it is.
Coquito had died in the overhead bin during the flight. Attempts of resuscitation unsuccessful.
It's a case where one person makes a mistake and the other family really should have taken that person aside and say, "Wait, this is not a smart thing to do. Let's find another place for that dog so that nothing terrible happens."
United's own policy, and that of every other major airline, states that animals should be put in kennel bags under the seat in front of them. United telling ABC News their flight attendant did not hear or understand there was a dog in the bag and did not knowingly place the dog in the overhead bin.
Everyone feels terrible about this event, including the flight attendant who was directly involved. There's absolutely no way that someone could tell someone to put a dog up there if they really understood that a dog was in that bag. Clearly, the flight attendant didn't understand in that moment. And so we need to really look at that because this was a tragic event that we can't ever let happen again.
And starting next month, United announcing it will issue brightly colored tags to passengers flying with animals, easily recognizable to flight attendants.
Oh, this would be our worst nightmare happening.
On Tuesday, this 10-year-old pooch named Ergo was loaded onto a flight from Oregon to Kansas, normally a 3.5-hour trip, but ending up on a 12-hour flight to Tokyo, Japan.
For him to be traveling this long is killing me because I know he's going through hell right now because he's obviously not used to this.
When Ergo's owner, Kara Swindle, went to pick him up, she was met with a Great Dane instead.
And the minute I said Ergo, I popped this great big Great Dane instead of my German Shepherd. I was in instant tears.
According to the airline, the mix-up occurred during a connection in Denver, where the two dogs were accidentally placed in the wrong carriers after being lost. United sending her photos of Ergo arriving safe and sound in Japan, then flew him back on a company jet to a very excited family. The airline tells ABC News they apologize for this mistake and are investigating the mishap. These most recent incidents happening less than a year after that stunning video of Dr. David Dow being forcibly removed from a United flight set the internet on fire. He can be seen visibly shaken as he's yanked out of his seat, his face bloodied, dragged down the aisle and off the flight by law enforcement after refusing to give up his seat.
No, this is wrong. Oh my God, look at what you're doing.
Dow and United later reached a settlement after he sued the airline, and United announcing a series of changes to improve customer experience in the wake of the incident.
The skies are not as friendly as they used to be, simply because airplanes are more crowded. There are fewer people on the airplane to take care of everyone, and there's a considerable amount of pressure on the airlines to operate on an on-time basis.
With spring break in full swing, many hoping to fly the clear and friendlier skies. For Nightline, I'm Whit Johnson in New York.
Next, our special correspondent Olympian Gus Kenworth, meeting the stars of Love Simon, the new gay teenage love story.
Not all fish oil supplements provide the same omega-3 power. Introducing Mega Red Advanced Triple Absorption. It supports your heart, joints, brain, and eyes, and is absorbed by your body 3 times better. So 1 Mega Red has more omega-3 power than 3 standard fish oil pills. Mega Red Advanced Triple Absorption.
This is Lobster Fest at Red Lobster, with exciting new dishes like dueling lobster tails and lobster truffle mac and cheese. Classics like Lobster Lover's Dream are here too. So enjoy these 10 lobster-licious dishes while you can, because Lobster Fest won't last. Feel the power of TheraFlu Express Max. New power to fight back. TheraFlu's powerful new formula to defeat 7 cold and flu symptoms fast. So you can play on. TheraFlu Express Max, new power.
Dogs have evolved, but their nutritional needs remain instinctual. That's why there's Purina One True Instinct, real meat #1, a different breed of natural nutrition. Purina One True Instinct. Now try new Purina One True Instinct treats.
It's JCPenney's 10 days of non-stop new event, featuring new deals every day, like fashion, beauty, and in-store experiences. Savings that make you do a double take. Don't miss our 10 days of non-stop new event starting Friday. JCPenney, style and value for all.
Hey, allergy muddlers. Are you one sneeze away from being voted out of the carpool? Try Zyrtec. Zyrtec starts working hard at hour 1 and works twice as hard when you take it again the next day. Stick with Zyrtec. Muddle no more.
Starting Sunday, save up to $14 on Zyrtec products. See Sunday's newspaper.
Let's get it started. This is TV's must-watch show. This is American Idol. The journey continues Sunday and Monday on ABC.
There's still time to save at Nissan now. Don't miss big offers on Sentra and Altima, both with automatic emergency braking that could stop for you, standard on our most popular models. The technology of tomorrow, available today. Time is running out. Save big on our lineup of sedans. It's time for an upgrade. Orient to Nissan now. Offers end soon. Get a low $129 per month lease on Sentra, or get 0% financing for up to 36 months on Altima.
Friends, colleagues, gathered here are the world's finest insurance experts. Robbie, mastermind of discounts like Safe Driver, Paperless, the list goes on.
How about a discount for long list?
Gold. Mara, you save our customers hundreds for switching almost effortlessly. It's a gift. And Jamie.
Present.
Together, we are unstoppable. So, what are we gonna do? Insurance. That's kind of what we do here. Think of it like this.
Here we go, come on. Niggas say it's coming from a mile away. Fancy is one of us now, we don't play. Get fancy, niggas say we're making you wanna come on, get on your feet.
Dinner at 5.
When everything's connected, it's simple, easy, awesome. It's the Volkswagen Smile at Spring Sales Event.
where you will find great deals on award-winning SUVs that are sure to make you smile. With over 40 standard features and with America's best bumper-to-bumper transferable limited warranty. During the Volkswagen Spring Sales Event, you can't help but smile.
Do you know them? Do you know them?
It's the Volkswagen Smile at Spring Sales Event.
Hurry in and get a $1,000 APR bonus or lease this 2018 Tiguan S for just $199 a month after a $1,000 bonus.
For gay teenagers, coming out of the closet can be terrifying. But a new romantic comedy hopes to set a better example. To help young people struggling with the decision, who better to speak about it with the cast and director than our special correspondent Olympian, Gus Kenworthy.
Yes, Gus Kenworthy put down the switch triple rodeo.
I've known that I was gay since I was like 5 years old. For the longest time, I didn't think I was going to tell anybody. And I wanted to kind of come out and hopefully be a beacon of light for any kids that were the same as me when I was a kid, because I didn't feel like I had no one to look up to.
It's been almost 3 years since I came out on the cover of ESPN magazine, and 3 weeks since this happened at the Winter Olympics. Today, Hollywood is taking it a step further with a coming out movie.
Abby? You gay?
Already, fans have taken to social media in support of the film. One fan coming out in this tweet. Nick Robinson plays 17-year-old Simon in the film directed by Greg Berlanti.
After I came out, I started having kids reaching out to me and telling me that my coming out story helped them come out to their own parents. Have you felt that? To a certain degree, yes. This film, I think, showed in Kansas like months ago, and there was a young man in the audience who had the courage to come out to his dad. And maybe it provides a point of entry just to talk about the issue, even if you're not LGBT. I think most people have a friend or a family member or know someone who is, and might want to walk in Simon's shoes.
One of the sweetest scenes in the movie is after Simon comes out to his parents. Jennifer Garner, who plays his mother, sits him down to tell him how much she loves him.
You get to exhale now, Simon. You get to be more you than you have been in a very long time.
After I came out, there were two things that I really wanted to hear and didn't even realize I needed to hear. One was when someone said to me, "I still love you." And so I told the writers they turned it into a great scene, gave it to someone like Jen Garner. And she performed the scene on set that day. And Nick burst into tears. And then I looked around and all the crew was crying. And it was in that moment, I think, that we all kind of realized, oh, this is a much more universal message than we thought.
I just want you to know that I love you. I wouldn't change anything.
Josh Duhamel played Simon's father.
Stop crying.
What I thought was so great about the scene was that, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're gay. I just want you to be happy. And I want you to go forward and give that same love and compassion and tolerance and acceptance to other people.
In researching this role, getting ready for this part, did you talk to any parents of LGBTQ kids or anyone that had their kid come out to them to sort of share that experience?
Yeah, I mean, this has happened in my family. My step nephew, who I've known since he was just a baby, came out several years ago. And I remember that it was a bit of a shock to the family. His dad at first didn't know how to deal with it because, we come from a very conservative place. And at the end of the day, he was as happy and, full of tears for his son as anybody would be for their kid.
Starting a conversation was the goal of Becky Albertalli, author of the best-selling book on which the movie is based.
I hope other parents will see this movie and see Jennifer and Josh's speeches as Simon's parents. And that could be like a model for parents to be able to kind of find a language to speak with their kids about this experience.
Mom, there's something I have to tell you.
Can we talk? One of my favorite scenes of the whole movie is when all of the kids are coming out to their parents as straight. Right. I like girls.
I like men.
Why do you think it was important that was part of the movie?
I think it just sort of highlights some of the absurdity that comes along with sort of the conversation of sexuality.
Heterosexual. Oh, God, help me, Jesus.
I
feel like that this is as a generation, it's been just more accepting and more tolerant. Love, Simon is charting new territory with a wide release this weekend in more than 2,000 theaters around the country. Just having a gay romance represented in a film like this, and where typically there would be a guy and a girl having two guys under a mistletoe, having two guys emailing each other love letters back and forth. This was a mistake. In and of itself, impacted me. They hope that idea of walking in someone else's shoes, even if just for 2 hours, can open hearts and minds. Is there anybody that either of you hopes goes to see this movie? The Obamas. I want the Obamas to see it. I would love the Obamas to see it. I would love the Obamas. The Obamas would love that. Michelle, if you're watching, check out the movie. For Nightline, I'm Gus Kennedy in Los Angeles.
And next, an international man of mystery involved with the Mafia, Al-Qaeda, and the Trump Organization.
ABC News Nightline, brought to you by Ford.
We get so busy day to day, we don't get the chance to connect. I think surprising my mom with a night ski trip would just be the biggest gift that I can give her.
Let's make that happen.
She's going to be so excited.
Introducing the SUV equipped to make your first ever happen. The first ever Ford EcoSport is here.
Poor mouth breather. Allergies, stuffy nose, can't sleep.
Take that. A Breathe Right nasal strip instantly opens your nose. Up to 38% more than allergy medicine alone. Shut your mouth and say goodnight, mouth breathers. Breathe Right.
I'm Joy Bauer, and as a nutritionist, I know probiotics can often help. Try Digestive Advantage. It's tougher than your stomach's harsh environment, so it survives 100 times better than the leading probiotic. Get the Digestive Advantage.
If you've been diagnosed with cancer, searching for answers may feel overwhelming. So start your search with our teams of specialists at Cancer Treatment Centers of America. The evolution of cancer care is here. Learn more at cancercenter.com/experts.
Only Tylenol rapid release gels have laser drilled holes. They release medicine fast for fast pain relief. Tylenol.
Monday, Harry Connick Jr. and his wife Jill Goodacre sit down with Robin Roberts and open up about her battle with breast cancer. Monday, live on Good Morning America.
Captivating exteriors. Dynamic lighting. Elevated comfort. And one more thing. The 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
Now on finance, get $4,750 total cash allowance on the 2018 Jeep Cherokee. Diamonds at their lowest prices ever. Certified 3/4 carat rings are just $11.90, 1 carat $17.90, 2 carat $29.50 per carat. Thousands of GIA diamonds at insane prices, plus over 50% savings on custom designs. Buy direct, the Jewelry Exchange, Norristown.
Hear the big news? What? No? It's the 100 Dream Garage spring event, and it's happening now. Did you see the size of that logo? Check out this brainy lawnmower, and would you look at this Civic? Yeah, this is no ordinary Civic. It's a Honda Civic with sport mode. You know what's in here that's faster than sport mode? Okay, the Indy car, but that's mine.
The Honda Dream Garage spring event is on now. You could get a great deal on the Civic. www.com Best Buy for 2018.
BMW certified pre-owned sales and for exceptional offers.
Thanks for coming in today. When it comes to planning for retirement, I get this a lot. First comes denial. Not worried. We need time
money.
Then anger. Why didn't I start saving years ago? Then fear. What am I going to do now? Bargaining. What if I start saving more next year? Then acceptance. We should get started. Ask me how a Citizens Retirement Checkup can help you reach your potential.
It's Ram Truck Month, so long live the trucks with best-in-class 30,000 pounds of fifth-wheel towing and class-exclusive features like coil-link suspension for a smooth ride and Rambox storage. They don't just inspire passion, they help it grow stronger. Hurry in for a great deal during Ram Truck Month.
Or during 10 days to the year, well-qualified card lessees and competitive vehicles get a low mileage lease on 2018 Ram 1500 for $139 a month.
Time and 10 brought to you by the American Association for Cancer Research.
And finally tonight, Special Counsel Robert Mueller is subpoenaing documents from the Trump Organization this week. The first time publicly known, he's demanded information about the president's businesses. My colleague George Stephanopoulos spoke to a man who was once a business associate.
You work for the Defense Intelligence Agency?
Yes.
You also work for the CIA?
Yes.
You were an FBI informant?
I was never an informant. I was a confidential source.
The range of things that you were involved in is staggering. Mafia here in the United States?
Yes.
Al-Qaeda?
Yes.
Phone numbers of Osama bin Laden?
Yes.
Felix Sater, the shadowy businessman in Donald Trump's orbit, stepping into the light, talking to my colleague George Stephanopoulos in his first ever TV interview.
Your career is straight out of a movie.
I don't think if a screenwriter was trying to write this movie that they can make this up.
For more than a decade, Sater has led a double life.
Somebody has said, it sounds like you were building Trump Towers by day and hunting bin Laden by night.
The Moscow-born real estate developer secretly worked as an intelligence asset, the result of a plea deal he made in 1998 for financial crimes. He says he provided information to the American government on North Korea, cyber terrorists, and even potential assassination attempts against George W. Bush and Colin Powell. FBI agents and federal prosecutors who worked directly with Sater confirmed his service on mob-related and national security cases.
You still work for the government?
I've never actually officially worked for the government. I was a confidential source.
Was or are?
Are. Most recently, last year, the U.S. government came to me and said that they needed assistance in making evaluations of various foreign governments, foreign individuals.
Most of his case was sealed for years because his intelligence work was so sensitive. Still leading the secret life of an intelligence operative, Sater says he started working with Donald Trump around the year 2000, when his company rented space in Trump Tower.
I would bring him deals. I'd walk up to his office and I'd present him with the opportunity. We'd sit and discuss it, and I'd go on and work on it with it.
But despite the years of history between Trump and Sater, in a 2013 deposition, Trump would claim not to really recall Sater.
If he were sitting in the room right now, I really wouldn't know what he looked like. This is your business card, then?
This is my business card.
You say he doesn't know who you are. Are you telling the truth?
I'm sorry, I can't speak for the president.
You worked with him for many years.
Yes.
Spoke with him dozens of times, hundreds of times?
Yes.
What does it feel like when after all that, Donald Trump says, I don't think I could pick him out of the room?
Disappointing.
Trump may claim not to remember who Sater is, but there's little doubt Robert Mueller does.
Was he aware of your work? Was he aware of your cooperation?
At the time, I never met Robert Mueller directly, but I assume the work was of such a high level that he must have known.
But the deal now eyed by the special counsel is the one that didn't close, Trump Tower, Moscow. Sater emailed his friend and Trump lawyer Michael Cohen about it during the 2016 campaign.
I approached Michael Cohen about the opportunity. He was very excited. Donald Trump signed the letter of intent.
And you've known Michael Cohen for a long time.
We've known each other since we were teenagers.
Some of the emails that you wrote to him about this project, when they published in the New York Times, one of them said, I will get Putin on this program and we will get Donald elected. Buddy, our boy can become president of the USA and we can engineer it. I will get all of Putin's team to buy in on this. What did you mean by that?
Two guys that know each other since teenage years, being beyond giddy that somebody that they knew and worked for was running for president, trying to do a deal in Russia, And clearly, if the deal had gone a little further, and I wished it would have, I would have gotten on the phone, I would have made phone calls, I would have gotten to people who know Putin to try to get his blessing and bring him on board, and hopefully to help him elect Donald Trump. I was trying to do a real estate transaction. I clearly wasn't involved in the campaign, nor was I involved in any of the political end.
Have you at any time in your career ever been asked by anyone in the U.S. government to give information on Donald Trump?
No. I have been asked questions about my work. I have been asked questions about Trump-Moscow deal. I've been asked many questions, but I have never been asked by anyone in the U.S. government to give information on Donald Trump.
Thank you. He says he believes Russia did try to influence the 2016 elections, but that he knows nothing about it and has harsh words for anyone who might.
Send him to jail.
Thank you for watching Nightline, and as always, we're on Nightline Facebook page. Thanks for the company, America. Have a good weekend. Good night.
Sunday, cabinet chaos, more turnover, so who's next to go? Plus, the outrage over a poisoning attack in the UK and the new cyber threat on the US. Will Trump take on Putin now? Sunday, get straight to the bottom line on ABC's This Week with George.
Kidnapped, held captive. I thought I was walking today. The story stunned the country, but the police called it a hoax, a real-life gone girl.
What's it like to not be believed and to be accused?
For the first time, the couple speak out about their terror and the police. Monday on Channel.
Can you help Killer Triggerman? He's out there somewhere on murder on Orchard Street. 7 heart-pounding episodes streaming on abcnews.com with reports on ABC's Nightline, and listen to the podcast Dive into the Case. Help Cap.
Welcome to Celebrity Week Las Vegas. All week we're playing with the city's biggest stars, and today Penn and Teller are back to finish what they started and win a whole bunch of money for charity. So let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Welcome to the show. Are you guys ready for another big day? The contestants have the longest running headlining act in Las Vegas, in the history of Las Vegas, in the history of the world, of ever currently performing at the Rio Las Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, Penn and Teller. Thank you. No doubt you've all seen a lot of great redemption stories, a lot of Disney movies. None are bigger than this here. Last year, in a tragic event, Penn and Teller went down in flames. But this year, they came back to millionaire, and they are back to $50,000. Just the courage to walk back out here is phenomenal. Not all superheroes wear capes, gentlemen. The word brave is thrown out way too much. You too are not brave. But I'm glad you're here. And in all seriousness, you got to $50,000. So that money is safe for your charity, and remind us who you're playing for. My opportunity village, a charity that helps people with disabilities. So the work we're doing for a wonderful charity is $50,000. And as we look at your game board, you're just 4 away from $1 million. You guys know 4 things. I think so, yeah. I would think, right? Yeah. Between the two of you. We'll give you 2 each. Yeah. So today, you're going to get what essentially is a free look at $100,000 because you can't lose any money here. So I'm definitely going to take a shot at this. And I want to remind you of 2 lifelines, 50-50 and +1, should you need them. Good. Shall we get back into it? Please, sir, please. Then let's play. Who wants to be a millionaire? Okay, guys, good luck. $100,000 question is on the board. Koos Vandenacker holds a unique place in pop culture history for designing what? The Bill Cosby sweater, the Bjork swan dress, the Madonna coat bra, ABBA's stage costumes.
Okay. Vandenacker. Vandenacker, you'd go immediately with a bra, wouldn't you? But that's probably a misleading. The York swan dress. Well, you know, I'm thinking Koos Vandenacker, you probably get them not in the United States of America. So United States of America, and they also, it's surprising they put a Bill Cosby sweater out there. So we're down to 3. Abba's stage costumes could be Vandenacker, could that be, where are they from? Some Scandinavian. If the question were where they're from, we would just walk away and say we lost. Madonna Combra, boy, doesn't seem like you'd have. It almost seems like the designer would get most famous. The most artsy up there is Bjork. And the swan dress, boy, I would think it would come down to, I would throw out Bill Cosby and Madonna. Now, can you bring to mind the swan dress? Nor can I. Can you bring to mind the Abba stage costumes? I can, but I don't like to. Bjork is the most artsy up there, and the best up there. Let's go with the best. If nothing else, go with the best. I say we go with Bjork. And just say what, and then he's not going to scoff. Is 50 grand enough to win for you?
That is enough for me, not to make fun of Penn Teller for the next year.
Bjork's long dress for the next
50-50 might have helped because it was Bill Cosby. It was a Bill Cosby sweater.
Oh, 50-50 might have helped. Gene, did you know that, Gene? You did not know it?
I feel like I heard Ted, I didn't mind, but tell her I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't feel bad about that at all. They did not have a chance. 50-50 might have helped.
Gentlemen.
Yes.
First of all, thank you.
Did we already lose?
Yes.
Okay, we're trying to get you.
Yeah, now I have to kick you out of the stage.
I would like to try another. I would like to go with Madonna's Combra next, and then with Bill Cosby.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you for being here.
We actually won the popular vote.
And thank you.
We lost the electoral vote. We won the. There you go. Too soon. Well, we won the popular vote. No doubt about that. We just lost the electoral college.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for raising money for Sarah.
What are you doing? We're going to play now. Do us some race Las Vegas next.
Harrah's Las Vegas Hotel and Casino is an exciting option in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. Home to Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill. The hotel also offers live entertainment 7 days per week and year-round military appreciation offers.
I'm Mark, and I quit smoking with Chantix. I tried cold turkey. I tried the matches. I was tired and I was fed up. I wanted to try something different. For me, Chantix really worked.
Along with support, Chantix Varenicline is proven to help people quit smoking.
Chantix reduced my urge to smoke.
When you try to quit smoking, with or without Chantix, you may have nicotine withdrawal symptoms. Some people have changes in behavior or thinking, aggression, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, or suicidal thoughts or actions with Chantix. Serious side effects may include seizures, new or worse heart or blood vessel problems, sleepwalking, or allergic and skin reactions, which can be life-threatening. Stop Chantix and get help right away if you have any of these. Tell your healthcare provider if you've had depression or other mental health problems. Decrease alcohol use while taking Chantix. Use caution when driving or operating machinery. The most common side effect is nausea.
Quitting was one of the best things that I ever did.
Ask your doctor if Chantix is right for you. Many insurance plans cover Chantix for a low or $0 copay.
You can drink, eat well, and exercise, but to live completely healthy, you need healthy skin. Cetaphil is clinically shown to strengthen the skin's barrier and protect even the most sensitive skin against dryness, so you can look healthier. Complete your healthy routine with Cetaphil.
From our crazy delicious family to yours, Great Goose Crazy Squares.
Open the door to beautiful, light, layered scents for your home. Imagine tripping with a fragrance for them. New fine fragrance mist, infused with essential oils, artfully crafted by Glade. You really think this is going to work? This is an miracle.
Going viral, get scrubbing bubbles. Clean and disinfect.
20,000 views. SC Johnson. You can drink, eat well, and exercise, but to look completely healthy, you need healthy skin. Cetaphil is clinically shown to gently cleanse and protect even the most sensitive skin against the drying effects of cleansing, so you can look healthier. Complete your healthy routine with Cetaphil.
I just picked up the kid for the baby shower. You know she's having a boy, right?
Need to make a quick switch? We thought about it.
Joe!
Need a little more room? We thought about that.
Hold on, Joe's texting.
Need to stay connected.
You have a message from Jim.
We even gave that a thought too. Buick Encore and Buick Envision, part of Buick's 3 SUV lineup. It's March Madness. Current lessees switch to Buick and get this low mileage lease on this 2018 Buick Encore for around $159 per month.
Diamonds, the forever gift. The Jewelry Exchange has half-carat anniversary bands for $299, 1-carat 2-stone rings $990, 1.5-carat 3-stone rings $1990, and 1-carat studs just $399. All guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange, Norristown.
Welcome back to Millionaire. Well, as if this day couldn't get any better, it just did. Let's welcome our next contestant, performing in his own show at Bally's Las Vegas. It's Mr. Las Vegas. Winner! Thank you, Craig. By the way, I caught the show. It's a great show. They have an absolute blast. The way you interact with the audience and talk to everybody and tell stories, phenomenal.
Well, I tell you, I've had such a ball. People have been incredible as they are today. And I'm depending on you as never before.
No question. We're going to do some good today. You know, I've heard so many stories about you. I mean, you know, from dropping out of school and you come to Vegas and obviously being friends with Elvis and, you know, the Rat Pack and everybody. And now you're Mr. Las Vegas. But, you know, the dropping out of school thing at 15 makes you think, well, I probably wasn't a good student, but you were, right?
Well, actually, I've been working since I was 4. I had a local radio show in Virginia from 4 till 8, local television show from 8 till 15. And I came up here at 15. And I quit school 2 weeks before my junior year was finished. And the principal said to me, "What are you doing? You're never going to make it up there. They don't hire kids." And I said, "I have to give it a try." And I've been here ever since. And I'm still trying.
Well, today we have a chance to do a lot of good. We are playing for charity. Tell me a little bit about the charity we're playing for. I know it's something very near and dear to your heart.
Very near and dear to my heart. When Mr. Hope retired for health reasons in the year 2000, he and the USO called me and asked if I would take over his position as chairman of the Celebrity Circle, which are the people that send all the performers to entertain our troops. And we have entertained our troops in every major confrontation our country has been in since Vietnam.
Well, thank you. Thanks to those that serve and then those that go to entertain those that serve. Thank you. USO is a great organization, so hopefully we can raise a lot of money for them today. And here's how we're going to do it. You're about to face 14 questions. The money value is growing from $500 all the way up to that $1 million. Yeah, the 3 lifelines, they're all there. If and when you need them, the audience will be there. All the women making eyes at you. We got to focus. We're trying to raise money here.
Focus.
All right, you ready to go?
I am.
All right. Are you guys ready to go today? Let's play. Who wants to be a millionaire? All right, we're going to start off with that $500 question. Good luck. Here we go.
Well, my final answer.
Sorry. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. Well, it's impossible for Nero to have fiddled while Rome burned, as the fiddle was invented much later. Legend has it that he did play a what? Kazoo, lyre, double neck, electric guitar, or Yamaha keyboard?
The last thing in the world I would ever do is try and correct the host of this incredible show.
But please do.
But it's called a lyre.
Lyre.
And
when you can do what you want.
Nero told me that's what he was playing, so that's my final answer.
Wait, were you there?
Yes, I was there. You were there.
True story. I've been to your show. You played like 4, 5, 6 different instruments. Right?
I played 13, I'll show you.
It's unbelievable. Every time you play a different instrument.
Luckily, nobody asked me how well I played.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, you're at $500. Let's get to 1,000. The title of a song in the classic 1954 film A Star is Born, the phrase born in a trunk means that your parents were what? Elephants, squirrels, human traffickers, or actors?
Well, really could have been most of those things. My final answer would be actors.
You got it right. There you go. That's $1,000 to you. And now look at the $2,000 question. In Las Vegas in 1957, while wearing a bikini resembling a mushroom cloud, Lee Merlin was crowned what? Miss Roulette Wheel, Miss Slot Machine, Miss Atomic Bomb, Miss Neon Lights.
1957. I wasn't born yet. I just lied to you. I came here and I'm going to save one of my lifelines and guess at this. The mushroom cloud leads me to believe it was Miss Atomic Bomb. Final answer.
You figured it out. That's right. There you go. Right after this. Check out the Millionaire website for great video highlights. Learn more about our contestants on our blog. Go to millionairetv.com.
More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time. Trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years in a row.
Switch into a new Chevy now. Current qualified competitive owners and lessees can get this 2018 Chevy Equinox for around $169 a month. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
New TV, new speakers, Netflix. This is going to be the place for binge watching, ladies.
Is it, ladies? Don't get me wrong. You have killer tech, Mrs. G, but you still don't have Fios.
Okay.
Fios is a 100% fiber optic network, literally engineered for streaming. Pretty nice. I've also got some ideas on a better serial selection, which I will keep to myself.
Experience Netflix on the 100% fiber optic network made for streaming. Switch to Fios and get a year of Netflix on us with a 2-year agreement.
Every day at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, we make breakthroughs at more than 50 locations, from life-saving treatments to well visits. Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Wherever you need us. $1 million of Leather in Motion is the most we've ever done. Forced to dump $30 million this one Friday is sheer madness. Unless $4,000 power reclining leather is $14.99. How about $9.99? $1,200, same. $4.99? Madness. $2,500 leather, $6.99. $900 leather and power recliners, $2.99. Crazy is $30 million in 3 days. Madness is 70% off.
How do you show up? Do you just bring it? Or do you bring it all? Third row, like a pro. Current eligible lessees can get this low mileage lease on this 2018 GMC Acadia SLE1 for around $259 per month for 36 months. We are professional grade GMC.
Welcome back to Millionaire. Miss Las Vegas is here. Celebrity Week Las Vegas, making money for the USO. Just a few questions in, a few lessons in, a few good stories in. You're at $2,000. Shall we get back to your game?
The more money we can make for our men and women in uniform, I am here for days.
I'm all in. Let's get back to it. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? All right, $3,000 question. Right here in 1974, while partying to celebrate discovering a 3 million year old fossil, a group of scientists settled on naming her Lucy after one of what band's songs? Led Zeppelin, The Doors, The Beatles, Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
That was not particularly my genre of music because the people who came to see me basically were older. And so they wanted their genre of their life. So I am going to call on my favorite people in the world to help me out on this.
All right.
And so, and I think she knows the answer up there. And so I am going to use one of my lifelines.
Okay, everybody. Once in a lifetime ask here. Wayne Newton needs your help. So pick up those keypads, enter your votes now. All right, let's take a look. Audience, you got a lot of pressure on you. And 92% say it's the Beatles.
I should have finished high school.
It's so overrated, so overrated.
I am going to stick with my people. Final answer, 92%.
These are your people. They are right. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And that got you to $3,000. The next step is that first threshold of $5,000. So here it is, $5,000 question. New Jersey woman Alexa Siri says she's constantly being told by coworkers to do this and do that, thanks to her name sounding like two popular what? Children's games, cartoon characters, virtual assistants, fast food chains.
I don't have a clue.
Well, you have two lifelines. You still have your buddy John behind you with +1, and you got your 50-50.
I'm going to keep John, so I don't look totally stupid, and go for the 50-50.
Final? All right. Let's take away two incorrect answers. A or C? Children's games or virtual assistants?
Here we go. Final answer. A.
Siri is a virtual assistant. It was C. It was C, Wayne. First of all, thank you for being here. Second of all, order $2,000 to USA. Thank you for being here. 20 years ago.
If you battle chronic back pain, turn it off with Icy Hot Smart Relief. Only Smart Relief is indicated to relieve chronic pain among leading brands. Turn off pain, Smart Relief.
What seems to be the problem? Just some cramps. Hold on. Say it's like stabbing knives. Sometimes I have to call in sick. Any pelvic pain? Kinda. Say it's like somebody's hammering at my uterus, even when it's not my period. Pain with sex? Speak up. Actually, it's all terrible.
If you have painful periods, pelvic pain in between periods, or pain with sex, ask your gynecologist if it could be endometriosis. 1 in 10 women have it, yet many don't know it. Learn more at speakendo.com.
This is Dr. Gunther Zula. Did he solve Carmichael's twisted conjecture? Yes. Yes, he did. But did he buy his car at drive time using the industry's smartest online tools? No, he did not. Dr. Gunther Zoloff was almost a genius. Intelligent online financing and live market-based pricing on over 15,000 vehicles. DriveTime.com, the genius way to buy a car.
We use our phones and computers the same way these days. So why do we pay to have a phone connected when we're already paying for internet? Shouldn't it all just be one thing? That's why Xfinity Mobile comes with your internet. You can get up to 5 lines of talk and text included at no extra cost. So all you pay for is data. Choose by the gig or unlimited. Xfinity Mobile. It's a new kind of network designed to save you money. Click, call, or visit an Xfinity store today.
Here's your question of the day. In 2004, who became the first to receive a star on Las Vegas's brand new Walk of Stars? Siegfried Roy, David Copperfield, Celine Dion, or Wayne Newton?
My Gotham dual power reclining sofa with dual power headrests, only $7.99. Or my dual power reclining console love seat with dual power headrests, hidden storage, and cup holders, also $7.99. For game time, family time, or do nothing but recline time.
Bob's Discount Furniture.
The sins of our fathers. We didn't have it any other way. We're the brotherhood of muscle.
During 10 days to deal, well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Charger for $219 a month.
Open the door to beautiful, light, layered scents for your home. Imagination. We have a fragrance for that. New fine fragrance mist, infused with essential oils, artfully crafted by Glade. You really think this is going to work? This is an
Going viral, yet scrubbing bubbles. Clean and disinfect.
20,000 views.
SC Johnson.
Check out my Boulder Entertainment Center. Room for a 70-inch TV? Check. Sliding glass doors, LED lights, and a popular wire brush finish? Check, check, and check. Untouchable $12.99 price? Check and mate.
Bob's Discount Furniture.
The answer to that question was Wayne Newton. What an incredible day to spend here at Millionaire. We've only got a couple of minutes left, so how about we play Thousandaire? See if we can give $1,000 to one of our audience members. So I'm looking for a lucky audience member. I'm looking for a Wayne Newton. A Wayne. No, the other end. You said the other end. Yeah. Thank you. I know you're new at this. You just came out of the audience, but so you're just going to talk directly into that.
Real close. Or...
Yeah, it's a little close, like medium.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
We thought, hey, Mr. Las Vegas is here. We just gave $10,000 to the USO. Let's make it 11. So let's give away, hopefully, another $1,000. I'm going to ask you the question. You're going to get it right, and I'm going to give you another $1,000, which we'll give to the USO.
Okay.
That sound good?
Yeah, that's right.
I know you're nervous, but stay with me here. It's big for you.
Thank you.
All right, let's play. Who wants to be a millionaire? In a 1964 movie, Elvis Presley exuberantly sings Viva what? San Francisco, Miami, Las Vegas, or Chicago. Take your time.
Do I get to exclude?
No lifelines. No lifelines. So I'm sorry to say you're on your own.
Okay.
Viva what?
Okay. It's a tough one. Chris, final answer. Las Vegas.
Closed captioning sponsored by. There's little rest for single dad. Back pain made it hard to sleep and get up on time. Then I found Elite PM, the only one to combine a safe sleep aid plus the 12-hour pain relieving strength of Elite. I'm back. Elite PM for a better AM.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. For a free rate quote, visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. Coldies can shorten your cold by 42%. Might not make your party 42% better. Shorten your cold with Coldies, guaranteed.
Please join me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris. Happy birthday to you.
That's as good as it gets right there. You're the best. Thank you, guys. That's the best, buddy. Right there, everybody.
Celebrating what makes our community great, we're Philly proud. As a public service to our late night viewers, Channel 6 now presents a rebroadcast of tonight's 11 o'clock news. Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
Concrete is still scattered across the highway following yesterday's deadly pedestrian bridge collapse in Miami. Tonight, the cause remains under investigation as crews switch to recovery mode in their search for victims. Friday night, Jim is off. I'm Monica Malpass, and the big story on Action News is the latest on that deadly bridge collapse near Florida International University. The death toll has now risen to 6, including a student at the school. Officials say cameras have now located 5 bodies under the concrete, but people fear there may be more. 10 people were also injured. Recovery crews have brought in heavy machinery now as they begin the slow process of picking up 1,000 tons of concrete. New traffic camera video tonight shows the moment that 950-ton bridge went down without warning. The bridge was still technically under construction and had undergone a stress test yesterday morning, just hours before the collapse. Florida's Department of Transportation says an engineer identified some cracking on one of the concrete spans 2 days before the collapse, but said it was not a safety issue. Tonight, the NTSB cannot confirm the cracks.
The crack in a bridge does not necessarily mean that it's unsafe. I know the crews were out there inspecting it, and they were applying tension to strengthen a member. I don't know if that was related to the cracks that they discovered.
The NTSB will remain on the scene into next week as they continue the investigation into what caused the collapse. The Philadelphia Fire Department has special rescue crews that are capable of responding to similar tragedies. Action News reporter Dan Clare live in Northern Liberties with that part of the story tonight. Dan.
Monica, Philadelphia is very fortunate to have an elite group of people here at the fire department that you hope you never have to use. But if there is a major catastrophic event, they're the ones you send in.
We would make an inspection hole through the slab of concrete and insert the camera down, look around.
They are members of Rescue 1 of the Philadelphia Fire Department.
They're all trained in structural collapse.
Along with Squad 47 and Squad 72, they specialize in responding to catastrophic events like the Amtrak train derailment, the Salvation Army thrift store collapse, and of course, the terrorist attack on the World Trade Center.
We actually have a chainsaw that'll cut some concrete.
They have thousands of dollars of equipment like these highly sensitive listening devices.
You sent them out in strategic areas, right? And this can detect the heartbeat under concrete.
As they watched the tragic bridge collapse unfold in Florida, they thought about how they would handle such an event.
Usually our plan goes from A to F.
It's not good enough to have 3 plans in place. We gotta have like 6 plans in place, because sometimes we're A, B, and C plan, you walk up and go, none of those 3 plans are gonna work.
If you had that slab of concrete like they did in Miami. For these guys, the training never stops. But how do they process the human toll of those injured or killed?
It does affect you. But you can't let it affect you to the point where you can't function. And that's what we do. We go to jobs, we go to work knowing that, and we carry things a lot of times for the rest of our lives.
Officials say it costs $20,000 to train each member of this specialized team. And many would argue they are worth every penny. For these men, it is a privilege and honor to serve.
You have to be flexible, and you have to be able to think on your feet. And all these guys are. I work with the best guys in fire departments.
For the record, they also respond to every major fire in the city with a focus on rescuing trapped or downed firefighters and or civilians. In Northern Liberties, I'm Dan Cuellar, Channel 6 Action News. Monica?
Thank you, Dan. Action News has learned the same company that built this pedestrian bridge in South Florida also worked on several projects in our area. Back in 2016, a SEPTA rail viaduct was built and then essentially rolled into place. More recently, the Pennsylvania Turnpike built new spans and slid them into service over a weekend closure. The method is called accelerated bridge construction. It does involve the main span being built nearby and then lifted into place over a day or a weekend. We asked the Drexel engineer if the fast track replacements are thought to be riskier than conventional site-built bridges.
Absolutely not. It's actually the method is one of the hallmarks of it is that it's actually safer.
She said it's safer because the process avoids having bridge builders suspended above traffic for months on end. It also avoids long-term detours. And our coverage of the bridge collapse continues at 6abc.com with more video and still photos from the scene, plus reaction from public figures immediately following that disaster. New at 11, Attorney General Jeff Sessions has fired former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe just 2 days shy of his retirement. He had been regularly taunted by President Trump and accused of misleading internal investigators at the Justice Department. McCabe has denied any wrongdoing. His firing, though, means his full pension, built from 22 years in government, is now in jeopardy. The search is on tonight in Gloucester County for the suspect involved in a road rage incident turned deadly. Authorities say a victim was able to give a detailed description of his attacker's vehicle, though, before he died. Action News reporter Jeff Chirico live at Deptford Township Police with those details. Jeff.
Monica, the victim's name is Joseph Peary. He is 32 years old and from Blackwood, New Jersey. He died at the hospital yesterday, some 8 days after the attack. Based on that description of the suspect's vehicle, police were able to get surveillance images, and now they're asking for the public's help.
We just heard somebody scream.
Walt Wilcox lives just feet from where a case of road rage turned deadly.
Only thing the young man was screaming, which touched me, was, I don't want to die. I have a 4-year-old son. I don't want to die.
It happened near Mail Avenue on Tanyard Road during last Wednesday's nor'easter. Police say the driver of this white pickup caught on surveillance sliced the face of another driver and took off. The victim, Joseph Peary, ran to Wilcox's neighbors, who cared for him on their porch until paramedics arrived.
They gave him the blankets. They were consoling him. They were trying to keep him calm.
Police say the suspect's truck looks like this, a white over-tanned Ford King Ranch pickup with a crew cab and a mounted toolbox. It's unclear what led up to the attack. Hearing news of Peary's death left neighbors near the incident heartbroken.
That's really, really sad. And, you know, our hearts and prayers go out to the family. Yes, for something so senseless.
People need to just calm down, take it easy. It was a simple accident, I guess. Now this kid, 4-year-old, has lost his father.
Yeah, so sad. In addition to his son, Peary leaves behind a wife. If you know anything about this incident or may be able to identify the driver of that truck, you're urged to call the Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office or the Deptford Township Police. We're live in Deptford Township, New Jersey. Jeff Chirico, Channel 6 Action News. Monica?
Thank you, Jeff. A South Jersey man faces homicide charges in the deaths of a couple who drowned after their minivan plunged into a Willingboro lake. Authorities arrested 29-year-old Amish Patel this afternoon and charged him with 2 counts of first-degree manslaughter. Investigators say Robert and Janet Stevens were killed in January when their van collided with Patel's BMW on Route 130. The impact sent their vehicle over a guardrail into the lake below. Investigators say Patel was driving while intoxicated and was speeding. 2 Lehigh County men are facing charges tonight following a deadly crash that involved 2 stolen vehicles. Police say the 2 crashed a stolen Ford Focus this morning on I-78 in Upper Bern Township. Right after that, authorities say they sped off in a stolen minivan. Moments later, the minivan collided with a car, killing the driver. The 2 men were arrested at the scene. Now to the latest on the AccuWeather forecast. A cold, windy night, but as we head into the weekend, it looks like it'll be getting a little less cold and less windy. Good news. Let's get details from meteorologist Tessie Tan. Hi there.
Hi, Monica. I think that would be much appreciated by most of us because this week has been pretty brutal. Doesn't feel like spring is right around the corner. Temperatures all week long, only in the 40s. A normal high for this time of the year, 53, and it feels quite a bit colder than the air temperature because we're still dealing with gusty winds. The current wind chill, Philadelphia, it's 25 degrees, and trust me, it's pretty brutal. New York City, about the same, 26. Burlington, Vermont, Syracuse, New York, temperatures, wind chills only in the low teens. Now, the good news for St. Patrick's Day, lucky the Irish, the leprechaun is doing a little dance. Temperatures will moderate at 10 o'clock, 38. By 3 o'clock, 50 degrees. The winds will be a lot lighter, and sky conditions really dependent on your location. Areas to the north, more sunshine. Areas to the south, more cloud cover, all thanks to low pressure that's currently right over Kansas City, and that will really be diving down to the south, and that's what will spread some clouds to parts of our region. There's another storm system in the Pacific Northwest, and that will become a nor'easter next week. More details on that coming up in the full AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Monica?
Sounds good. Thank you, Cecily. And keep tabs on the forecast yourself throughout the weekend, including real-time views from Storm Tracker 6 right on your phone or your tablet. The 6 ABC app is a free download for your mobile device. Mexican authorities have issued an Amber Alert for a missing Allentown, Pennsylvania teen. They believe 16-year-old Amy Yu and 45-year-old Kevin Esterly are in Mexico, and they are afraid Amy may be in danger. The 2 went missing March 5th after police say they bought a one-way plane ticket to Cancun. School records show Esterly signed Amy out of school 10 times, posing as her stepfather.
She ran away and she went with this 45-year-old man, Kevin Esterly. Yeah, I know him. He was a family friend of mine. And he was met him at church.
Authorities say the pair may have been involved romantically. Esterly is facing an interference with custody charge, which is a 3rd-degree felony. The man charged with vandalizing the statue of Frank Rizzo last year appeared in Center City today. Wally Rahman is accused of spray painting the words Black Power on the statue last year. Action News has learned the DA's office has offered to remove all charges against Rahman except criminal mischief. Rahman is due back in court on March 28th. Philadelphia fire officials say there has been a sharp increase in fire fatalities so far this year. In 2017, there were 21 confirmed fire fatalities, but already this year, there are 3 confirmed deaths and 7 pending with the medical examiner's office. Fire Commissioner Adam Teal says the fire department received a $1 million grant from FEMA last year to install 30,000 smoke alarms. He says they're free and firefighters will install them at no charge.
Be careful with cooking, heating, electrical, smoking. And of course, if you don't have smoke alarms and you need smoke alarms, call 311.
Action News is also working to keep the community safe. Every year we do conduct the Operation 6ABC Save a Life campaign. The station teams up with fire departments and Kidda smoke alarms to hand out thousands of smoke detectors. The Burlington-Bristol Bridge was closed a short time this afternoon after a covering blew onto the roadway. Authorities say the temporary cover was there for an upcoming bridge project. Chopper 6 overhead around 3 this afternoon as crews secured the covering to a truck and then dragged it away. Still to come on Action News, a study out tonight breaks down just how many Americans are binge drinking each week. Plus, a ski lift malfunction sending skiers flying off into the snow. And newly released surveillance video shows the terrifying moment the gunman walked into that Orlando nightclub. Why this video was made public today. Plus, 2 more Eagles players have left the nest. Jeff Skversky with details at Sports when Action News continues in a moment.
68EZ, proud to be part of the Walt Disney Company.
More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time. Trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years in a row.
Switch into a new Chevy now. Current qualified competitive owners and lessees can get this 2018 Chevy Equinox for around $169 a month. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
If you've been in an accident, remember Rosenbaum. We've helped clients for over 2 decades. With over $100 million recovered, we have the skill and experience to get you the compensation you deserve. If you've been injured, remember Rosenbaum.
Jeff D'Ambrosio Volkswagen's 96-hour sales event is going on now. Not only do we have great deals, but most 2018s come with the People First warranty. A 2018 Volkswagen Jetta for only $179 per month. 2018 Volkswagen Tiguan, just $239 per month. 2018 Volkswagen Atlas for $299 a month. The #1 Volkswagen volume dealer in the tri-state area. Price, price, price. You gotta say Jeff. Nobody treats you better. Jeff D'Ambrosio Volkswagen. Destination Downingtown.
American Idol is back, and I've got your weekly play-by-play.
Idol alum Justin Guarini gives us expert insights into the contestants' world.
Take it from someone who's been all the way to the finale. We're talking who hit the high notes and who's on the chopping block, only on Action News.
How do you show up? Do you just bring it? Or do you bring it all? Third row, like a pro. Current eligible lessees can get this low mileage lease on this 2018 GMC Acadia SLE1 for around $259 per month for 36 months. We are professional grade GMC.
Going big isn't always best.
Sweetheart, ready to go to your sweetheart? Where are you? Get out of the van!
Unless it's a AAA Plus membership. Get 100 towing miles and free emergency gas delivery. When going big is best. AAA, go ahead.
I just picked up the kid for the baby shower. You know she's having a boy, right?
Need to make a quick switch? We thought about it. Need a little more room? We thought about that.
Hold on, Jill's texting.
Need to stay connected?
You have a message for Jill.
We even gave that a thought too. Buick Encore and Buick Envision, part of Buick's 3 SUV lineup. It's March Madness. Current lessees switch to Buick and get this low mileage lease on this 2018 Buick Encore for around $159 per month. Action News Health Check is sponsored by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless.
At least 11 people were injured today in the Republic of Georgia when a ski lift malfunctioned. Take a look at that. Dramatic video shows people being thrown to the ground and jumping as the lifts careened in reverse down the mountain. A pile of twisted chairs was created at the bottom of the hill, with new chairs adding to the destruction as they crashed into each other at high speeds. Some skiers said they had to jump to avoid being crushed. None of the injuries, fortunately, was life-threatening. And newly released surveillance video captures the massacre at the Pulse nightclub before the gunman was killed by police. Take a look. This footage from the June 2016 shooting was released today, part of the trial for gunman Omar Mateen's wife, Noor Salman. The video shows Mateen holding a rifle and entering the nightclub. He can also be seen entering smaller rooms and reloading his rifle. Salman faces charges of obstructing justice and aiding and abetting her husband's attack, which left 49 people dead. She has pleaded not guilty. The Pentagon is investigating the cause of a deadly helicopter crash in Iraq. All 7 American service members on board died. Tonight, officials say the chopper may have hit a power line. It was on its way from one location to another when it crashed. President Trump tweeted his condolences, saying the victim's sacrifice to our country will never be forgotten. And Health Check tonight, a new study on binge drinking finds most binge drinkers have about 7 drinks at a time. The Centers for Disease Control says that totals 17.5 billion beverages consumed during binges nationwide. The study found 1 in 6 Americans binge drinks weekly. Men are about twice as likely to do it as women. The CDC says binge drinking is linked to a greater risk of cancer, heart disease, and liver failure. Well, students from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine are celebrating tonight. They're knocking down a few pens and banking a few shots at the Lucky Strike Bowling Alley in Center City. Today is National Match Day. Earlier, they learned which hospitals they could match with for their residencies. With the pressure off, at least for now, students decided to let off a little steam and have some fun. And the action cam in Jefferson for Match Day. Students raised a glass and did a toast before receiving their envelopes as well. When they opened them, some hugged each other, others literally jumped up and down with excitement. And more than saying at Rowan University's Cooper Medical School in Camden, students were surrounded by loved ones as they opened their sealed envelopes. Very exciting. And then they put pins on a map to show where they will be going for their residencies. Good luck to all of them. Very exciting. Congratulations. Let's see how the weather's stacking up for the weekend. Anything exciting about it?
Yeah, I mean, winds relax, temperatures bump up around 50 degrees.
Well,
I'm
that's
excited
nice.
about that. I'm climbing out of the 40s, which would be very nice. Let's go live on Sky 6. Taking a look at the Center City skyline under partly cloudy skies right now. And if you're stepping out at all this evening, you really do want to bundle up. And there is a good reason why. You may want to head to Philadelphia this weekend. Alyssa posted this picture on my Facebook page. The winter fountains on the Ben Franklin Parkway. This is the last weekend for it. And tomorrow night, Sunday night, should be fairly comfortable compared to how it's been and how it is right now. Philadelphia currently 34 degrees, Allentown 32, Trenton 34, Cape May 37 degrees. But these numbers are deceiving. These are the numbers you have to look at, the wind chill, and trust me, I was out there. It feels really cold. The current wind chill, 25 in Philadelphia, feels like the middle of February. Allentown, 22, Lancaster, 21, and in Cape May, the current wind chill is 28 degrees. But at least it's dry out there. Satellite and radar are showing some of the clouds we had earlier. Even a few snow showers have moved out. We have a bubble of high pressure building over us. And there's low pressure right now that's heading towards St. Louis. You can see this little spin here, and this will be diving down to the south tomorrow. So what this means is parts of our viewing area south of Philadelphia will see a good amount of cloud cover during the day, especially as we get into early in the afternoon. Areas north, though, plenty of sunshine and temperatures, again, flirting around 50 degrees. That's 3 degrees below normal, but the closest we've been all week long. On Sunday, that low pressure is out of here. High pressure builds in, and that means lots of sunshine. Winds will relax with a high of 50 degrees. The next week, getting into what potentially could be the 4th nor'easter to deal with. And really the key on where it's heading is not at the surface. It's higher in the atmosphere. This upper level low, this is about 20,000 feet above the surface. The big question, does this stay or does it go? One computer model of the Euro shows this upper level low staying strong. And what that would do, it would suppress that storm to the south and kind of kick it out to sea. However, the GFS shows that low pressure weakening, getting out of the way, and that would allow that storm system to roll up the coast. Now, if this happens, if it comes pretty close to the coast, what this would do is pull in some warmer air off the Atlantic, and that means areas southeast of Philadelphia would be dealing with rain. If it heads a little bit farther to the south, allows the colder air to move in, a better chance of that heavy, wet March snow. But if it heads even farther down to the south, if that upper level low really deflects it, that means it could practically miss us, head out to sea. And I had a poll on my Facebook page, it's going on right now, asking people what they would vote for. Most people hope it's a miss. So this is how it's looking. Not a powerful storm. It's really strung out in many pieces, but it looks like this could be a long duration event. Could last more than 48 hours. But if that Euro holds, that means it could just be a brush for a region. At this point, too early to tell. I'll keep you posted. So the exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast, both days around 50 degrees, lots of sunshine on Sunday. Monday, partly sunny, 47. Tuesday, spring officially arrives with a potential of snow or rain, depending on the track. That continues through Wednesday, 38. Thursday, clouds break for some sunshine, 43. And Friday, not as chilly with a high of 48 degrees. The track of that storm should become a lot clearer as we head through the weekend. Stay tuned on Action News, also on social media. We'll keep you posted.
All right, thank you, Cecily. Meantime, loving fathers and their beautiful daughters enjoyed a special night. The dapper dads and their dates walked the red carpet as they entered the second annual Daddy Daughters Dance and Global Leadership Academy here in Philadelphia's Parkside neighborhood. After posing for pictures, they danced the night away. This year's theme, by the way, was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Fun. Hundreds of students from Marion Mercy Academy and Marion Station danced nonstop as well tonight. They were raising money to help build a school for girls in Nigeria. The marathon was organized by Student Council. All proceeds go to the Mercy Girl Effect, which has committed to building the school. And 6 ABC Health reporter and registered nurse Allie Gorman was in Voorhees tonight to support the Alicia Rose Victorious Foundation. The organization hosted a fun night of wine and craft beer tastings in exchange for financial support. The foundation provides activities to enhance the quality of life for hospitalized teens.
It's the one and only Ford Truck Month, the place to find one-of-a-kind deals on Ford F-Series, including Motor Trend's Truck of the Year F-150. With best-in-class towing and torque, these bad boys make the rules and break them. That's why it's America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. But like ribs at a barbecue, these deals won't last long. Ford Truck Month, it's buy now time, partner.
Now you can get a new F-150 with $10,809 in total savings or lease for just $229 a month. Only at your local Ford store.
You don't even want to know protection. Detergent alone doesn't kill bacteria, but adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9% of bacteria with 0% bleach. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
Get huge Nissan Now savings plus Faulkner anniversary discounts at Faulkner Nissan in Jenkintown.
Bigger selection, better deals.
Easy financing. Drive a new Rogue, just $209 a month with no money down. Or choose a new Sentra, just $169 a month with no money down.
And never new Nissan Camrys, 2 years maintenance at no charge.
No wonder more people choose Faulkner Nissan. Faulkner Nissan in Jenkintown and at FaulknerNissan.com.
Choose Faulkner Nissan to be sure.
Welcome to our bedroom nightmare. $60 million of bedroom furniture and mattresses will take a year to sell, even at half off. All year, Friday, with only 3 days to sell. One nightmare. Handmade mattresses should be half off. Must be another 50% off that. $40 million of famous bedrooms. Here today, 50 off. On Friday, 75% off. A 3-day nightmare in bedroom and mattresses. Starts Friday and Sunday at the Dump.
You know, there's a lot of reasons why I think I've always been your dealer. Here's a couple. I've always kept to my cars and stuff, because I think you should have choices. And if I don't have what you want, I should just go get it for you. And if it doesn't exist, well, heck, let's just build it, because you should have the car you want. And then when you need a price, how about I just give it to you? Transparently. Whether it's online or on the phone or in the showroom, it doesn't matter. And I get it. That price has to be below market. I do my homework every day to make sure of that, because I like selling cars, not storing them. So if any of this stuff makes sense to you, I have always been your dealer. Maybe you just didn't know it yet.
Hi, I'm Jillian Rafferty, and this month at Rafferty Subaru is the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get 0% financing on our award-winning vehicles. 0% financing on the brand Kelley Blue Book ranked #1 best overall brand, best resale value, and most trusted brand. With exceptional collision protection, peace of mind comes standard with our top safety picks and our worry-free guarantee. 0% financing because
It's all about you. Rafferty Subaru.
Funding new treatments and a cure for muscular dystrophy was the goal at this fundraiser in Center City tonight. It is Brian's Harley Davidson that hosted the 11th annual Black and Blue Ball. Business and community leaders enjoyed live entertainment and a silent auction at the V to help raise much needed funding. All right, Jeff's here. The Eagles, one of their leading rushers, is leaving.
Yeah, the Super Bowl champs continue to break up tonight. The Eagles lose 2 more starters today. Running back LeGarrette Blount is running off to the Lions on a 1-year deal. Blount led the Super Bowl champs in rushing. Plus, the Eagles cut defensive end Vinny Curry after the two sides failed to agree on a pay decrease. Curry had an $11 million cap hit He says it was a dream come true to play for his favorite team growing up over the last 6 years. All Joel Embiid wants for his 24th birthday today is a Sixers win, and he gets more than that. They are singing happy birthday to the big guy tonight, and hey, they let Allen Iverson hear it too. AI in the house cheering on the Sixers. End of the third. How about JoJo? Beats the buzzer. The three. Embiid, 24 points and a career high, 19 rebounds. Fourth quarter down to 35 seconds left. Robert Covington. Sixers win 120-116 for the first time in 15 years, or 8 games over 500 this late into the season. We're right back with more sports.
Wrangler Mania is running wild here at Cherry Hill Jeep.
Lease a new 4-wheel drive Jeep Wrangler for $275 a month with zero down.
CherryHillJeep.com on Route 70.
Home of the real zero down deal. Did you know 1 in 3 nursing residents suffer from abuse? When you place a loved one in a nursing home, you expect a safe and comforting environment. Unfortunately, too many homes are understaffed or their employees are poorly trained, causing residents to needlessly suffer. Bed sores, fractures, and infections are far too common. I'm Jeff Rosenbaum, and I promise to stand up to nursing home abuse. If you have concerns about your loved one's care, call me. I can help.
I'm Karen Rogers. And I'm Melissa McGee. Saturday on FYI Philly. It's our annual Spring into Shape special. Where's the popcorn? We check out some new gyms.
Go back to work with attitude.
Find express lunch hour workouts.
Dinner in 2 minutes.
Plus one local company making healthy eating easy.
Get the day started on the right foot.
Another with an inspirational line of footwear. And we're giving away a 3-month gym membership. It's an FYI for you. Saturday at 7 on 6ABC.
Jeff D'Ambrosio Volkswagen's 96-hour sales event is going on now. Not only do we have great deals, but most 2018s come with the People First warranty. A 2018 Volkswagen Jetta for only $179 per month. 2018 Volkswagen Tiguan, just $239 per month. 2018 Volkswagen Atlas for $299 a month. The #1 Volkswagen volume dealer in the tri-state area. Price, price, price. You gotta see Jeff. Nobody treats you better. Jeff D'Ambrosio Volkswagen. Destination Downingtown.
You sound like Brian Taft.
What do you mean?
Your voice.
Me? Brian Taft?
Yeah. You can't hear it?
I like Brian Taft.
Yeah, I like Brian Taft too. So how long has this been going?
Huh?